So, hello, good evening, everyone. So, today we are starting the subject costing for your SEBI Grade A 2025 and 2026 examination, right? So, it will be beneficial for your PFRDA and IFSCA prelims also, right? This topic. So, we are going to start with the first topic in the costing subject, that is overview of cost and management accounting, right? So, what we will discuss in this topic, we will going to discuss about the chapter. First, we will discuss about the overview of cost and management accounting. Second, meaning and definition, right? Then we will talk in this overview of cost and management accounting. We are going to discuss about the meaning and definition, relationship between management accounting and cost accounting. Third, objectives of cost accounting. Fourth, we will going to discuss about the difference between control and cost reduction. Fifth, we are going to talk about the difference between cost accounting and management accounting. And sixth, we are going to discuss about the difference between financial accounting and cost accounting. In today's lecture, I am going to discuss till here, right? In the next lecture, I'm going to discuss about the users of cost and management accounting. What is understand by cost object, cost unit, cost drivers, and responsibility centers and classification of cost. So in the two lectures, we will cover this overview of cost and management accounting. In the recent PFRDA paper, I have seen that the questions has been asked with the mains paper I am talking about. What is the definition of cost accounting? So this subject will be seem very easy to all of you, but because it is a very theory related subject and some numericals, good numericals or numericals are also easy, right? But you have to read everything thoroughly and practice as much MCQ in this, right? Whatever the static portion you are covering in SEBI examination, you have to go to the theory very well and have to practice very, very, very broad MCQs, right? So the coverage should be through MCQ and the notes, right? So let's start the class. So I'm going to discuss over here with the overview of cost and management. So first I'm going to talk about, just I've discussed, the meaning and definition. So what do you understand by the definition of cost? See, so here the definition has been given: the amount of resource that is sacrificed or given up to obtain goods and or services. Okay. So try to understand. This is a I have taken a analogy, right, from the your economics chapter, because everyone knows this. Those who are preparing for regulatory bodies, right? So circular flow of income, everyone knows. This is a household usually, right, and this is a firm that do businesses that will prepare any product. So what household gives to firm? They give factors of production, right? And with this factors of production, what does firm produce? The firm produce goods and services. And when once this goods and services has been produced, this firm sell this output, this factors of production in the market, right? And again, this only household buys this factors of production, this goods and services, right? And in return they give the expenditure on these goods and services. So when they return the expenditure on these goods and services, there is a profit that a firm will make, and through whatever the profit they have made, they will pay this profit as land, as rent, labor as wages, capital as interest, and entrepreneurship as profit. I hope this scenario is very much clear. Don't get confused. Sir, you are telling a household will only give factors of production and output will be sold to household. Household means there will be all type of consumers now. Most of the consumers are be in the form of labor, those who are having land, and most of the consumers are so household means all consumers. This is a macroeconomic language. Household means that I am combining all the consumers. Is it clear? And what is the meaning of firm? That I am combining all the producers. This is a microeconomic language, consumer, and this is a microeconomic language, producer, right? And this is a macroeconomic, as a large we are talking about. So try to just, I have given you an analogy to understand this definition because it's the theory subject clearly, right? So what it has been given, the amount of resource sacrificed or given up to obtain goods or services. So once any goods and services has been obtained to the household, suppose you have get the salary, right? So whatever expenditure you will do on the goods and services, that is the meaning of cost, that you are paying a cost. Is it clear? So that's why it can be expressed as a noun, amount incurred, or a verb, process of incurring. Why verb? Verb is an, everything is an action, right? And noun is all naming words. So what it is, something related to your costing module. It is not very important this line, but the first line, you should understand it clearly. The amount of resource sacrificed or given up to obtain goods and services. So whatever goods and services you will obtain, right, you will consume as a consumer, as a household. For that you will pay something, and what you are paying is a cost. Is it clear? So, sir, okay, I understand what is cost. Then why the costing has been established? Why? Dekho, costing has been established in the process of giving the cost to obtain a goods or services. Various techniques has been involved, right? Directly you are not getting na, this directly you are not paying this cost na. Suppose this firm is making a burger. This firm is making a burger. It is a very big company, McD. Suppose this firm is a McD. McD, when they want to establish their firm, what they will do? They will take household. They will take from household factors of production. What does the factors of production employs for? Land, labor, and they will take loan from bank in the form of capital, and they will mobilize this land, labor, and capital, and have an entrepreneurship and set a McD burger house. Now the McD burger house is ready for with the goods and services. Now they will sell this the same thing on to the household. Household will consume it and will pay expenditures. So when household is consuming and paying that cost, it is known as cost. Expenditure on having the goods and services of the firm is known as cost. Whereas costing, if you will see the meaning it is given, it is a technique and process of ascertaining cost. So cost is the last stage, you can say, while consuming the once the goods and services is ready, then only you are paying the cost. But the what is costing? Costing is the technique that is involved in it. For MACD to open its branch, right? Suppose in Delhi it is opening for his branch. For this firm to opening his branch, he needs some land. So where does he need land? A technique can be involved, a crowdy place, a not crowdy place, right? Where there is a very much demand of the burger, where the most of the they will do a survey, na? So a costing technique is involved for having a land, for having a land. Now for the land, what cost they will give? They will give rent to government or to the owner of that land. Now they will employ ki, okay, they want to open this MACD firm within a week, so they employed very skilled labor for for making that firm. So on that behalf, they will, what the cost of factors of production they will give, wages they will give, right? Capital they need, if they need more capital, they will go for bank and they can go for issue the bonds, and through they can also take the debt also. There are, you will read in this financial market, I'm just making you understand and how to relate the subjects, right? So the interest they will pay to bank, and from the debt they have taken, or various materials will be utilized for having a MACD firm, so they will also pay in that. So everything is a technique that is involved. So costing basically is a technique and process of ascertaining cost. Cost is the cost is the amount that is sacrificed to obtain a goods and services. That is a final, your final your goods and services was burger. For that you had paid cost. But in the process of costing, what you are doing, you, a technique has been involved at every stage. For land, you will figure out whether the land where I will open the MACD franchise so that the crowd will come. Labor also according to your dead mark. So everything. So basically, you understand, costing is a technique and process of ascertaining cost. Because if you will acquire land, you will give rent to the landowner. If you acquire labor, you will give cost to the in the form of wages. If you take a loan in the form of capital means investment for the future benefit, right? So you will give interest from whatever loan you are taking. If you are now if you will mobilize this, you will have a profit, and when you will have the profit, you will give the whatever you have gained the profit from your firm, you you will give in the form of dividend also to your stakeholders, right? So basically costing and cost, I hope the difference is very much clear. Cost is the final process, like you can see, and costing is the techniques that is involved in making the cost. So that's why uh, it has been mentioned process and ascertaining cost. So I hope it is clear now. So have some standard definition also, right? According to CIMA, an organization costing forms the foundation of its internal financial. Obviously we'll talk about the internal financial because it is a technique that is involved. It will ascertaining the cost, right? Information system, it provides information that helps managers plan, control, and make decisions for the future. Like I told you, the manager of MACD, if a costing method is right, so he will have the knowledge now, right? At which place of Delhi he should open so that he will fetch the maximum crowd, how skilled labor he employed. So at every stage he need a technique, and for that he will pay some cost, and that is the method of costing, right? Right. So basically costing is the technique and the process of attending all cost. Is it clear? So once he get the proper information of costing for having an industry, then it can help the managers to plan, control, and make decisions for the future, right? So that's what it has been written. If you know costing, one can then properly take the decisions. I hope till here it is clear. So that basic definition between cost and costing, it is very much clear to everyone. Now what we will talk about the cost accounting. See, accounting is the process of recording. We know we have you all will study in the subject accounts, right? What is the accounting means, accounting principles, objective of accounting, everything you will. Basically accounting means that you will record any data, any kind of a data. So what kind of a data you will record in costing? Cost से related जो भी चीज है, the things that you are spending in land, the things that you are spending in labor, capital, entrepreneurship, or the materials you are using for your businesses. So that will ascertain a cost now. For land you will pay rent, for labor you will pay wages, for capital you will pay interest, for entrepreneurship you will pay profit, right? So that will ascertain a cost. So obviously if you can't just you can't abruptly do that things. You need a record, you need to maintain a record for that. So that's why after costing, a cost accounting has been established. Why? Because you need to record every data of different stages in a one place, so that it will be helpful for your company to okay itne cost lage hain, so you should need whether the reduction should be there in the cost, or whether you should work in a same way that you are working, right? So cost accounting is very much important. Now basically in accounting only you will record it, cost related things, right? So that the definition we will see, the process of accounting for cost, the process of accounting for cost, starting from recording, I told you, of expenditure or income, whatever expenditure or income you are having, you will only, and ending up with the preparation of statements and reports for the cost control and analysis. And what you will do once you will record it, so you will ended ended with the preparation of statement and the reports of cost control and analysis. I hope this cost accounting definition, it is very much clear to everyone, right? Now we will talk about the management accounting, right? See, management accounting is the broadest perspective, because cost accounting will talk about only the cost related things that has been used for your firm, right? That is the material that has been used, land, for land you have paid some cost, for labor that you employed you paid some cost, for your capital that you have installed for your production, that you have paid some interest, right? For that uh, cost accounting will talk about, and the data will be maintained, recording will be done. But management accounting is the broader aspect. It is not related to cost only, it will also include the cost. Obviously it will talk about the cost, it will also talk about the Financial accounting. You financial accounting, you will heard in the term of accounting subject. Financial accounting basically talks about the company balance sheet, right? Company balance sheet. Financial accounting. So in financial accounting, financial accounting, you will not only record, you will summarize the data, you will interpret the also, right, related to your company, whether your company is going in a good way or not. And with the past data and the present data, you will try to maintain a balance sheet, right? You will study more in accounting chapter, accounting subjects. So I'm talking about the management accounting will comprise both cost as well and finance as well. Both accounting will be classified. And you know what is accounting? It's just similarly recording, right? So you will now try to think the application of accounting and financial management principles to create, protect, preserve, and increase value of stakeholders in both profit or non-profit organization. It will not only talk about the profit organization company, right? Rather, it will also talk about the non-profit organization companies, right? Non-profit organizations company also work, right, for your betterment. For like NPCI, you can see there is a non-profit organization. But banks usually, you see, its objective is for making profit. Commercial banking I'm talking about, right? So management accounting will, what it will overall look for the cost also, it will look for the finance balance sheets also, right? Overall it will talk about the broader perspective, so that the stakeholder can be protected, so that the stakeholder of the those who have invested in the company can be preserved, protected, both in profit and non-profit organization. So they have not only the idea related to the cost accounting, they also have the idea related to the financial accounting, financial management purpose. How can we manage, how can we interpret the data that we are having, how can we analyze it, and how can we, and final step of accounting is, financial accounting is communicating. So how can you communicate to your stakeholders? Cost accounting will only talk about the cost related ascertainment, right? But whereas financial accounting will talk about all the financial kind of things, and finally it will communicate to the stakeholders. So it, management accounting is the comprehensive framework of financial accounting and cost accounting. I hope it is clear now. So what is the function? It provides information for planning, obviously. Planning is related, if you have a correct data for finance and cost, then you can plan very well, you will organize very well, you will control very well, and the decision making is also will be perfect in management accounting. I hope it is clear now. Till here I hope there is no problem. So now we are talking about the cost management. What do you understand by the word cost management? Now, cost accounting is different, cost management is different. The word, when you hear the word management, you will try to relate this thing with the general management subject that you are having in your management subject. So management is something which gives a tool. It will not talk about the, see, accounting talk, accounting talks only about recording data, right? Whereas management is a accounting tools. It is not talking about only recording the data, rather it will plan, monitor, and control costs. So here in cost accounting, it will only record the data related to the ascertainment of cost. But in cost management, you need to understand there is a slightly difference. Cost management, the accounting tools will be used. Here you will not only record data, rather it is a broader concept. You will plan it, you will monitor it, and you will control the cost. If the cost is needed to be controlled, you will control the cost through data collection and analysis and reporting. Is it clear? Is it clear? So management of cost accounting is a broader figure of cost recording. You can make a Venn diagram and try to understand. This is cost management, so this is cost accounting is just you are recording the data. And cost management, in which accounting tools to only not for manage, you not for record, you should monitor, control the cost also, whether the cost for the company is making up to the mark or not. और market में जैसे उस company जो, like for example McD is also making burger, Burger King is also making a burger, KFC is also making a burger. But the cost of McD burger, they will see na in the market also, is Burger King is providing at the same material, same thing, a same kind of a taste. So they need to control the cost. So it comes under cost management, because it is not, they are not just recording their outlet. Now they are comparing their McD with Burger King. Now they are Burger King and comparing their burger with KFC also, right? So here the management process is involved. It is not talking about their own data of McD firm. They are now have the comparison for the better control cost in the market, right? Maybe at with the same material, Burger King is providing the burger at cheapest cost, so they need to reduce their cost now, MACD, to be in the market, right? So some cost management is also needed. Now, financial accounting, I just told you, for the reference I have written over here, right? This is art of recording, classifying, summarizing. You will study deep in the accounting subject this transaction of financial character expressed in monetary terms and interpreting results thereof. So I hope till here financial accounting, it is very much clear. The six differences, the meaning that I want to deliver, because in your examination they can ask with the close answer, right? So the MCQ they are giving and the answers they are giving in the options they are giving, it is very much close, so you should read it very thoroughly, right? Now, relationship between management accounting and cost accounting. Now once we have read this definitions, now we will try to understand what is the relationship between management accounting and cost accounting, because we need to understand. Dekho, so I have broadly divided this aspect into three category for your understanding. First is what is the focus of this cost accounting and management accounting, and what is the objective. Before starting any topic, you should know now why this subject has been started, what is the objective for understanding this subject. So objective should be the one, and integration, and what is the main what value it creates, right? So this is the meaning of integration. Now, cost accounting and management accounting, let's, what is the focus of cost accounting? Think like that. It will focus on cost collection only, analysis only, and control only. Related to cost, ascertainment of cost they will focus. What management accounting will focus? Information for management for the stakeholders they will talk about, planning and decisions they will take, right? So they will include both financial and cost accounting principles, right? What is the objective? What is the objective of cost accounting? It will ascertainment and control the cost. This is the only objective now. At different stages, what is the cost? They will costing technique will be involved, and according to that, they will ascertainment at every level what was the cost, and they will together collect it and present it to the company account, right? So now, what is the objective of management accounting? It will be achieving managerial objectives and performance improvement. Managerial objectives and performance improvement it will talk about, because it is it is a broader view, right? Similarly, you can understand integration provides data for management accounting. Obviously, cost accounting will provide data for the management accounting, utilizes cost accountings along with financial and statistical data. I told you it is a comprehensive framework, so it will utilize the financial accounting things also, or cost accounting thing. So basically, just I want to add up, for having a cost accounting thing, like a cost management, you need a cost accountant. Also there is a cost accountant, right? Cost accountant is also there, right, in the market. Once you will read for making your balance sheet, in the financial accounting, you need na in financial accounting you need na for having your balance sheet to summarize, classify, a CA is needed. Similarly, for cost accounting, a cost accountant is needed, because they will only do these things and give to managerial management accounting for have a for to make a better decisions for the organization. Is it clear? So now you can easily relate with this relationship of financial and cost accounting, right? Financial accounting talks about summarizing of data, whereas management accounting talks about the overall grooming, in which in the middle portion, where is certain certainment of cost is needed, because in financial accounting, you will, when you will prepare your balance sheet, you will record in a cost, right? So obviously cost accounting will come in that also. Managerial accounting is the comprehensive, because it will think about the stakeholder and company's point of view and manager's point of view also, right? It will not think only for the company, it will think management accounting will also think about the stakeholders also, it will think overall. And financial accounting will think only for the company, right? whereas cost accounting will think about the different cost that has been involved in making the production, right? That is a costing technique that has been involved. So it is in the middle, it is full, and management accounting is the comprehensive of it. So I hope it is very much clear to everyone. Now, very important, what is the objective of cost accounting? Like, so objective of cost accounting has been broadly described in the 5 categories. You should remember each category very well, right? I will give you just a glimpse. You have to revise these things multiple times and have the clarity. Now, first is obviously, when objective of cost accounting, one, when you are have a cost accountant, what he will do first he will ascertainment of cost na, at every department for the, for example, for MACD to open in Rajouri Garden in Delhi. For what he will do, okay, he will see what kind of a land he needs, what square feet of a land. So land, for that he will pay, what he will pay, rent to the owner or the government, right? Then for that, for labor he will employ, what kind of for that he will pay weekly or monthly or daily wages, right? Third category, he will, for setup, if MACD will go to the bank and take the capital for their technology and investment, for the for running it for 10 years, 15 years. So for that they will pay interest, cost will be interest. And after mobilizing these three things, they will use some materials also for that, like bun, aloo tikki, and everything that they will use. And they will, for that also they will pay some cost. So what they will, at the first stick, they will ascertainment. And after, when they are running their businesses, they are making their burgers and selling to the consumers, they are what, at every stage they are ascertaining cost, they are involving the costing technique, right? So first thing will be ascertainment of cost. Once the burger is made and selling to the market, then a cost will be there, then a cost will be there. Now, after the cost has been made and they started to sell in the market, then the second portion obviously will be determination of selling price and profitability. Now, once the burger has been made with the different costing techniques, right? Land, labor, capital, right, and materials that has been used. Once the burger has been made, now the consumer will come, they will consume the burger. Now, the as a company thing, what MACD will do, they will have a selling price, they will judge what selling price of the market, they will compare with the other companies of burgers like Burger King, KFC, what they have for aloo tikki, what prices they are putting in the market in this Rajouri Garden place. So they will also determine the selling price, and they will, after that they will with that they will count their profitability, कि मेरी कॉस्ट इतनी थी, लग गई थी बनाने में एक बर्गर को, एंड इस रजौरी गार्डन में आई हैव टू प्लेस दिस, सो माय कॉस्ट फॉर दिस इज सपोज 500 rupees, and I need to earn the profit of 100. So I will sell the burger at 600. Suppose I'm giving you a hypothetical example, because they need to keep the profit also, now how the business will run, right? So the second step involved in the objective of cost accounting, determination of selling price. And yeah, after the ascertainment of cost, after the techniques of costing, a cost will be made for the burger that will consumer will consume, right? And after that, the second step will be they will decide the selling price and profitability. Now, once they have decided the selling price and profitability, and now the third category will be the cost control. With the inflation and with the everything in the market, they need to understand the cost control very much, right? So for this, cost control is a broader concept because they need to divide it in the 4 category. First, they will determination of predetermined standard. What is the determined standard of this burger in the market, right? They need to understand that. For the cost control, they need to understand at the third step, after having their selling price judged and profitable they have counted. Now, once they want to present in the market, they need to first check the cost control also. Now, for that, the first step will be in the cost control, determination of predetermined standard. A standard has been also set now for the burger. Okay, burger is say King is selling in rupees 60. So they need to also know KFC is selling in 80. So they need also know for cost control what is the standard that has been predetermined, right? The second point is measurement of actual performance. Now, after they should run, they should think, okay, within this they have worked for, suppose they have run their business for 1 month. Now they have to see their actual performance, what they have thought is working or not, or they should need to control the cost more. The second step will be this. this measurement of actual performance. If the measurement of actual performance is going good, then they will compare it with their partners that are in the field of burgers, right? So then they will compare, okay, at this price, our quality is crunchy, our we are providing, okay, 5 rupees more, but our quality is crunchy and everything. Is it clear? So now they will analyze, at last step they will analyze of variance and action. After the comparison, they will understand the variance. What is the meaning of variance? Variance is just a deviation, right? Variance is just a deviation. Whether if they have set that, okay, the market standard for cost control has been set 100 rupees for burger, and they are after the comparison they are selling at 110 burger, so they need to cut their cost now, because they are having the excess variation, right? So their variation is more to the market price. Or if they are selling the burger at, after the comparison they come to know that they are selling the burger at 80 rupees, so they are under the deprived variation, right? So they need to also come to the closer to the standard market rate. So at both of the variation, where they are have the excess variation or the deprived variation, they need to analyze that variation after the comparison, and they need to take the action. Is it clear? So I hope the third point, it is very much clear what is cost control, right? After having the cost control, after having the in the cost control, there are four methods that you need to keep in your mind. Then they will go for cost reduction. If they found that the variance is excess, if they found that the variance is excess, they are excess of the variance, right? Excess for the deviations, they will go for the cost reduction. Is it clear? Is it clear? Now the fifth and final point is that assisting management in decision making. So after all this, after seeing all this, they will present this cost accounting data to management accounting, and it will help the management accounting in assisting management in decision making. That this data will help the management accounting in assisting the decision making. So I hope it is clear what is the objective of cost accounting, right? It is pretty much clear to everyone. Now I have just made these things for you to in a very chart form, that you should remember the keywords and with the things for the examination. Now I have given this what is the objective, meaning and explanation, key steps and feature that has been involved, and what is the outcome and benefit. We will read it one by one. What is the ascertainment of cost? This is the first step of objectives of accounting. What does it talk about? You will read it, you will understand, because I have explained it very well. With an example, if you will remember, you will understand it very well. Accumulation and assignments and determination of cost for each cost object. What you are doing for each cost object, you are accumulating the cost, such as unit job at unit places also, right? Process department or at last service, that you are using the techniques of costing and you are ascertaining the cost. Is it clear? So what is the key steps and features that has been involved? That it is identify the cost objects. What is the cost object you need to identify? That's why you are using the costing technique. Accumulate direct and indirect costs. What are the direct costs that has been taken place, right? Like direct costs is land, material. You don't know earlier, you don't know before starting the what advancement you need to do in the material. So it material, somehow you can see that it comes under the indirect costs. With the process of costing, in the process of costing, you will come to know some indirect costs also, right? Allocate, apportion overheads, right? A portion overheads you will also allocate to come to know. Please read this from Google, what is the meaning of overheads, because I will talk about some reasoning you have to do also. I can teach, but I want you to understand it, what is overhead. Now prepare cost sheets. Now after preparing everything, costing techniques you will remember, you will prepare a cost sheets, right? Okay, in land we have invested this, in labor we have invested it, you will divide it, so you will prepare a cost sheet, right? So what is the outcome and benefit? What is the outcome and benefits? Please read it. Helps determine total and per unit cost. Obviously it is uh, for per unit cost for performance evaluation and reporting. So it is very much clear. It is very much clear. Then what is ascertainment of cost? Now what is determination of selling price and profitability? Second step is, obviously it is very much easy. You have to, the cost accounting provides a base, right? Cost accounting provides a base for fixing selling price and ascertaining profitability. Though market forces influence prices and cost, data aids negotiation, because once you will decide your selling prices, market, I told you, once suppose you have decided the market price, my selling price will be 120 rupees, but the actual standard of the market for burger was 100. So you need to reduce your cost now. So that's why determination of selling price and profitability, the meaning and explanation is talking about this. Is it clear? Now you need to compute total and per unit cost. ठीक है? Total and per unit. Total कितना what your expenses cost are, and per unit how you are expensing, per burger how you are expensing, and a total in a day how you are expensing, in a week. Everything you have to maintain. Add desired profit margin. What is the desired profit margin you want, you need to add. Consider market conditions, you should also assess the market condition also. Ensures rational pricing. Rational pricing, rational, the meaning of rational is logical. You need to understand the logical pricing. You abruptly you can't decide any selling price. You need to see the market, and according to that you need to rationally pricing. And profitability assessment of each cost object, right, and profitability related to each object that you have involved in making your company, right, involving your firm, right. It should be it should be written down. Now the third process is cost control. I have told you there are different stages of cost control. So what is the meaning of cost control? Ensures expenditures and conform to standard through continuous comparison, coherative actions. So you need to cost control to continuous, it is a continuous process and a corrective process. It is a corrective action on a continuous comparison, also continuous comparison and corrective actions, right? So how? First you will set standard and targets, I told you. Second, measures actual performance, you will measure the actual performance. Compare actual performance with the standard. And at last you will analyze variances and take actions. I already told you variation, whether it is a excess variation, right? Here I told you variation मतलब होता है deviation in costing. What is your deviation in the price? So if the deviation is excess, so you need to reduce the cost. If the deviation is deprived, then you need to increase the cost. So for that, cost control is very much important. Now, promotes cost discipline and efficiency. Efficiency, the meaning of efficiency is that you need to utilize our resource without wasting, without wasting, without any wastage. You need to utilize a resource up to its maximum potential, right? That is the meaning of efficiency. Promotes cost discipline and efficiency, reduces wastage and deviations. So I hope that till third definition it is very much clear. Now what is cost reduction? Cost reduction, so cost reduction, it is talking about the continuous and permanent reduction in per unit cost without affecting the quality and utility. So cost reduction will talk about continuous and permanent reduction in talk. Japan is the very much good example, because the Japanese believe in reducing the cost, because they will have an ideology that in everything we can reduce the cost. At minimum cost we can make anything. So right, so the point is identify value added and non-value added activities. What is the value added or non-value added? The non-value added you should reduce it. Eliminate non-value added, I told you just. Conduct continuous R&D to optimize production. Japan, you, if you will think about Japan, you will easily understand what is cost reduction. Cost reduction improves productivity, reduces waste, and enhances profitability. So I hope this terms, fourth terms, it is very much clear with the objectives of cost accounting. The fifth one is assisting management in decision making. They will assist management, obviously management accounting, they will assist in decision making. Provides a relevant cost and performance data, and for planning, control, and decision making. They will provide the relevant cost and performance data for planning, control, and decision making. They will analyze cost behavior, provide data for budgeting, forecasting, make or buy pricing, etc. So they will analyze the cost behavior, provide data. This is very much easy to understand. For budgeting, forecasting, make or buy pricing, etc. Facilitates strategic operational decisions, improves managerial control. So obviously when it comes to when the cost accounting will give this to management accounting for decision making, it will only facilitate what? Operational decisions, which help the managerial control. Obviously the things is very much clear. And I hope till here it is very much clear. So there are some key terms that you need to understand, because it is important for your MCQ. When you will take your MCQ, it is very much important, right? So what is the difference between cost control and, so there are some 6 differences that you need to know, right? Not 6, it's basically 5, right? you should need to know for the cost control and cost reduction. So first one is what is the basis cost control and cost reduction. You need to know what is the objective of cost control. What do you think cost control, why it has been made? It is maintain cost within set standard. For that reason only it has been made. Within the set standard the cost should be controlled, right? It is 100. If it is excess, you need to reduce. If it is deprived, 80, you need to improve, right? You should come to the maintain the within the set standards. Cost reduction, continuous effort to reduce cost. Whenever you will think of cost reduction, try to think in Japan tries to reduce cost at every level. At everything they will think there is some non value added things, it should be removed at every point, at everything. So they always believe in cost reduction. So it is a continuous effort to reduce costs. It is very much easy to understand. What is the focus? Focus is obviously how you will control your cost. How you will control your cost? You will see the past and present data. You will see your past and present information, na? Then only you will come to the standard form. But if you will talk about reduction, you will think about the future. Japan is thinking about future. In future, this can be reduced. Maybe the price of this that we are having today, this can be reduced. So they will all, because it is a continuous effort to reduce costs, it will think about the present and the future improvements. Is it clear? Now, nature, what is the nature for it has a preventive function. The nature for the cost control, it is a preventive, like it is setting up some standard, and with that standard they are not deviating. If there is an excess deviation, right, they are coming to the standard form. If there is a deprived deviation, they are also coming to the so it is a preventive function. Where is that in? And if you will think about cost reduction at every level, at every costing technique they will think, they will they will tell that there is a scope of cost reduction. So it is a corrective function. At every level they will think, okay, we can correct it. It is not a preventive kind of function, it is a corrective function. What is the end point? End point end ends when targets are met. When the standard cost targets have been met, they will end. But it will not end. They will always think that in cost reduction it is a continuous with no fixed end, right? I hope it is clear. The differences are being very much clear to you. What is the approach of cost control? It achieves efficiency under current condition. It will achieve efficiency under the set standard condition, challenges existing standards for improvement. They will always try to, okay, this is the standard that we have to achieve, so but we have to reduce the cost now, so there should be a challenge. Is it clear? They will always have the challenge to reduce the, this is the approach of cost control and cost reduction. I hope the differences are very much clear to everyone. Now we will talk about cost accounting and management accounting. What is the differences between cost accounting and management accounting? Basically this is also broader. We have divided into 6 parts. That is basis on cost accounting management. The first one is nature, objective, scope, data used, development, rules. Is it clear? So you should know. So first is nature. What do you think cost accounting is? It is only talking about the costing techniques, no? So it is a quantitative aspect. It will only measure in terms of cost. So it is a quantitative measurable thing. Quantitative means you can measure anything. But if you will talk about management accounting, it is not only the quantitative, it is also the qualitative. It qualitative means that something which can't be measured, but it is important for your decision making, right? Like for example, you can see that I can give you, you will read the finance subject also, no? That's why monetary policy have two kind of a tools: quantitative tools and qualitative tools. What is quantitative tool? The tools that we can measure. So repo rate, CLR, reverse repo rate, MSF, these are some tools that can be measured to, a number can be assigned to them, right? That is the meaning of quantitative. But whereas RBI direct action, moral suasion of RBI, these two, three, four terms are qualitative. They are also impacting the RBI money supply, but they are not giving, and they have not any numbers assigned to them. Is it clear? So similarly, with this analogy, you can understand management accounting is not only about the data, it is also about the managerial skills. So it is quantitative and qualitative, right? What is the objective of cost accounting? It is very much clear. I have repeated it number of times. A certain cost of products and services. Whatever services and product you are giving, you have to ascertain the cost. What is the objective of management accounting? It will assist management in planning and control. It is very much clear, right? What is the scope of it? It will provide cost ascertainment and only. Scope kya hai? Related to cost only, it will provide the ascertainment, right? It is a broader, I told you, includes budgeting also, right, of the company, planning and taxation also. Is it clear? What is the data used? Data used is past and present figures. But is management accounting is used for past and present? No, it will think for stakeholders and decision na? And decisions are made for futures, right, for how the company will progress in the futures, right, and stakeholder how they will be benefited in the futures, right, the profit will be get, stakeholders will get benefited in the future, so it will talk about the future projections, right? Development. What is the development of cost accounting? Industrial revolution area. For that, when obviously after the in the year of after 1991, there was a industrial revolution era in our, so cost accounting was needed at all. But this management accounting is for modern business and management needs. You need to understand, because why? Rules. Rules. What are the rules? Follows established procedures. They will follow the established procedures, right? That is a, you know the format, right? They will follow the established procedure for whatever the cost accountant format has been given. No fixed rules and format. You have read in the management subject, there is no any fixed thing for management kind of accounting. Is it clear? Now, so these six differences you should remember, and it will be easily able, you can remember in your examination hall. Now we will talk about some differences that we have financial accounting and cost accounting. There is a, you should know. So first is obviously objective. We will talk about nature, data used, users, profit analysis, reporting period, and format. See, financial accounting you will read in accounts also. Those who have read, they will understand it clearly. Those who have not read, don't worry. I will make you try to understand. Once you will read the complete the account subject, you will be have a broader understanding. Now, what is the objective of financial accounting? It will shows financial performance. Financial accounting will shows the financial performance, whereas cost accounting will determines cost for control and decision making. They will only determine the cost for control and decision making. It is very much clear. The objective is very much clear. It will talk about the financial performance. It will talk about the balance sheet of the company only, right? The final it will talk about the profit and loss statement only. It will talk about the trial balance only. It will talk about the cash flow, fund flow statement. I'm using some terms of the accounting chapter, so it is what they all are talking about. Ratio analysis, everything accounting, so they are talking about the financial performance of the company only, right? So what is the nature of it? And they are talking about the cost control, and this is in which will help in management accounting for decision making, right? What is the nature of financial accounting? What can you think? Yes, it is just classifying, recording, measuring, right, analyzing, interpreting, and finally they are summarizing these things, transactions. So they are classifies and summarize financial transaction. Whereas the what is the nature of cost accounting? This analyzes cost for decision support. They analyzes cost for decision support. Only analyze the cost for decision support of for management accounting. Data used. They will also use the historical data, but they will use the both historical and predetermined standard that has been set in the market, right, for the cost. Is it clear? Now, what is the user? Users are external stakeholders, shareholders, government, etc. can also be the part of any company for which you are making the balance sheet. Company can be government owned or non-government owned, so the shareholders can be government, and you can easily understand, right? But if you will think about the cost accounting for the MACD, it will be its internal management na, that will ascertain its cost accounting, right? So cost accountant in the cost accounting will be the internal management user. Profit analysis, they will talk about the overall profit and loss, whereas what they will talk about, they will talk about cost and profit by unit. Each segment they will talk about process and job, etc. So at every segment, what is the cost involved, they will talk about, and they will talk about financial accounting overall profit, and that's why the balance sheet has been made na, right? So reporting period, what do you think? Reporting period for CA, how CA gives the financial accounting report annually or periodically as per requirement, right? But they will give the report as required by the management accounting. Is it clear? Now, what is the format? They have a prescribed, if you know that for balance sheet, for preparation of balance sheet in financial accounting, you follow the rule of Companies Act also, right? Companies Act 2013 has given some format. You follow that thing also. Ind AS accounting standard की कुछ provisions दी हुई है under Companies Act. You follow that. With that standard only you make the balance sheet. So fixed statutory format you are following in financial accounting, whereas in there is a flexible based on management needs के according in cost accounting you maintain the cost, right? So I hope these things are very much clear. So as I have promised, till here I have completed, till we have completed till here, right? Users of cost and I guess financial, yeah, here. So we will start from the next class in the users of cost and management accounting, and rest with these topics we will cover in the next class. So I hope in the two classes this overview of cost and management accounting is clear. So thank you so much. Keep learning with us. Take care. Bye.